Hello, my beautiful Aries. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and today, darling, I'm going to be getting into your monthly tarot reading for August 2021. We're going to see what's up, what you can expect for that month. So if you find any cards that resonate with you in this reading, Aries, let me know in the comments below which cards do and how they do, because that is how I keep up with y'all through the comments. But also, if you do enjoy this tarot reading today, Aries, or you just enjoy my vibes, darling, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, Aries, because it does help me out a lot. And I always appreciate it when you guys do that extra step. But remember, darling, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you, Aries. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could. So take the tarot cards that resonate, leave what doesn't, darling, because you know your situation best. I believe tarot cards are just here to give you some food for thought, Aries, a perspective for you to be considering, but never making the choices in your life. So let's just jump into your tarot reading, Aries. I've been starting the monthly readings, getting into everyone's financial and just overall career for each month, starting out their readings, and yours is no different, Aries. So the card I pulled for you guys, which I gave you a little bit of a heads up with, is the Magician card for your financial and your career. Absolutely fabulous energy to be having for your reading, Aries, because especially for your financial, because this is showing to me that you are in control, Aries. You guys are actively using all the resources that you have around you. You know, you guys are to create the life that you want, to really set yourself up for success. Some of you, Aries, this may be looking like where you guys have started to adopt a healthier routine. Maybe you guys have started getting into a workout regime. All these things that seemingly wouldn't be connected to directly to your career. I feel as if it's I guess it's not really a saying, it's something that's just coming to mind. But if it's like if like your diet is being taken care of, if your health is being taken, mental health, everything's being taken care of, darling. It's going to reflect in your work. It's going to reflect in terms of the abundance that you have in your life, darling. And so I see this energy for you coming in, Aries. This is a very fabulous start. Definitely letting me know, like, you will, like, depending on what you make the most of this month. You get to decide, Aries, like how profitable this month is going to be for you, right? So let's get into some clarifiers here. So we did pull alongside with the Magician card. We have coming forward the Hermit energy coming in here, Aries, as well as the Moon card stepping forward. And then the Ten of Swords coming in here. So you guys, Aries, have definitely been in your shell for a little bit. I do feel as if there's been this just kind of a little bit of a reclusive period, a little bit of a hermiting period for you. And I feel like this is why this is like the message that I got earlier, where it's like the other facets of your life, once they start improving, then your career starts improving as well. And I feel like it's because of this. Something has happened, especially with this Ten of Swords here and this Moon card. Something caught you off guard, Aries, and I feel like it really distracted you for the month of July, right? I feel like you were really putting a lot of effort into focusing in on your money, trying to really create something for yourself, but then this Ten of Swords and this Moon card came in out of nowhere, where it's just like that was almost like calling all of your attention, all of your emotional energy, everything. Something really caught you off guard. Now, this could be in a situation, if this is just strictly in terms of finances, you know, you could have lost your job recently, right? And so if you're going into this month really hoping to have like a new fresh stream of revenue to replace some of those finances, if this Ten of Swords was a financial burden for you, it's going to be looking good this month for you, Aries. You know, it really just depends on what this Ten of Swords looks like for you. Now, if this is in terms of you know, completely something separate, maybe someone in your personal life really tried you, right? Or just really did something that caused a bunch of pain for you, that kind of had you recluse. I do get the sense here, Aries, that either somehow it resolves itself. The Empress card comes in here. This is definitely, I know it sounds corny, Aries, but this is definitely a situation where it's like you built a lot of character with this. While this really took a lot out of you, while you really had to sink a lot of energy, invest a lot of energy into this old thing, I feel like it was it's going to be very profitable for you, Aries, going into the month of August, right? I feel like you needed to have this period of self-reflection. You needed to have this period of, you know, just going through a dark period, Aries, because the thing that the Hermit shares with the Moon card is that the Hermit is traveling through darkness, right? The Hermit is going into the unknown. So you really have been just dealing with this, managing for the month of July, managing this. And so I feel like this is starting to just let up, and you can go back into your creation process. Funnily enough, we sandwich this energy in both ends with this Magician card at the start, and then the Empress card here at the end for this first row for this Aries. The Empress card is talking about, usually is the sign of, it's a card of fertility, right? Now I don't feel comfortable talking about pregnancies and all that, darling, right? For general readings, because that's just, I don't know. But with the Empress card, you're giving birth to something. It's the idea of you nurturing something, nurturing your baby, we'll call it, and to give birth to it, right? So you had to go through this little bit of a rough period, but you're making it out on the other side even tougher, and you're ready to give birth to something very beautiful. And I kind of suspect whatever it is, it's extremely motivated behind whatever this Ten of Swords moon card is put into place. It's almost like a sense of where Aries, very much so, you'll show them kind of energy. Even if it's about no one in specific, Aries, and you're just trying to prove it to yourself, you're just proving to yourself just how strong you are, just how resilient you are. This card tried to come out as well, the Hierophant card. Fabulous. A lot of major arcanas, only one non-major arcana coming in for this. So this is very much so highlighting a very transitional time for you, Aries, when it comes to your career. Very much. And I feel like this is all especially based off of the Ten of Swords. Speaking of closures, you know, you're finally putting the final sword to a final resting point to whatever pain you were having with this. I do feel like again, it's coming into this closure, and now you're getting into this place of transformation. The Hierophant, funnily enough as well, kind of complements the Empress energy, where it's like a Hierophant announces like marriage and just like, you know, it's very traditional energy. I wouldn't be surprised if this month, Aries, you guys make some do some big money moves, do some like contractual stuff that last quite a while. I really do feed into the narrative that if you guys are searching for a new job opportunity, it's looking very fabulous for that. But yeah, overall, this is just looking very promising. You went through a very dark period. Why can I not say dark for y'all's video, Aries? You went through a very dark period, and I see you guys coming out of it now. I definitely see you guys coming out of it. So now, darling, let's get a closing tarot card for this situation here. What is the best advice we can get for my Aries when it comes to their finances, right? What advice can we get for them to really maintain this Magician energy? Eight of Wands, this is a card of traveling. Again, really honing in on the message that I noticed before with the major arcanas, Aries, which was transitions. That was really the key word here. So don't be afraid of doing movements, trying out new things, right? Picking up each wand and seeing how each wand feels in your hands. Even though they all look the same, there's one that's the perfect fit for you. So don't be afraid of experimenting this month, Aries, when it comes to your trying to find new ways to create new flows of revenue for you, because I do see this as promising. I do see this, you know, especially with that Hierophant energy. If you try to start something, you know, initially as like a passion, maybe you get presented with the opportunity to really solidify it into like an actual business, right? The Hierophant really brings a nice grounded energy of like taking it to that next elevated level, right? So let's get a closing animal oracle card for this finances for my Aries. The Groundhog Spirit, number 31 equaling to 4. Time to let go. Go ahead and write down the number 4, Aries, to write down now, to look up the number later to see what it represents for your life in numerology. But the Groundhog Spirit saying time to let go. I really do feel like this is the time for you, Aries, to just no longer don't wait for permission. Just go for it and do things, right? That's kind of been a theme that I know, referencing for some of your past weekly readings for July. The thing that I kept on trying to hone in and drill into you, Aries, was the time of where it's like, I feel like it was just really now for you guys to really be taking an active role into doing things. You guys had fabulous ideas. You have a lot of potential, Aries, but potential does nothing when it's just sitting on the sidelines, right? So take that as you will, Aries. Now let's get into your social life for the month of August 2021. Aries, let's see what's going on socially for you. When I say socially, this could mean in terms of finances, in terms of romantic, platonic, career, you know, co-workers and all of that. Aries is more like it. So we start this out with the Ace of Wands. Fabulous. There's definitely an attraction. You find someone very attractive at this time, or we'll get into this with some clarifiers, actually. We have the Two of Cups coming in as well here. So I do get this sense of an attraction out of Eight of Cups. You guys actually had the Eight of Cups come in during your pre-shuffle as well. And so it's kind of this funny sense of where it's like you get the groundhog spirit telling you to let go, Aries, but then you also have the Eight of Cups where it's like, I know in this deck you can't really see, well, I guess you can in this one. This is an individual who's packing their bags and walking away from something. And so I feel like in a social dynamic, you're like replacing an old connection that you had to make the choice in walking away from. Definitely interesting how this is all kind of tying in together. But yeah, I feel as if you guys had to walk away from some type of connection in your life, but it's quickly being replaced by something even more fabulous for you. Something definitely catches your interest. And Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, this is a connection that I really feel like is going to be really rewarding for you, Aries. I really see this in the sense of where it's like a nice change of pace, right? A breath of fresh air, something that I'm hearing, Aries. So definitely be looking into some, if you've been recently transitioning on from a past connection, I really do see this being replaced with something even more fabulous for you, and whatever facet this looks like, right? We have the Death card. Yeah, definitely this is like, you guys, Aries, are like, have definitely put an end to a situation recently. You've put an end to a situation, and I feel as if whatever facet this looks like for you, whether this is even in terms of your career, right? Maybe you had to walk away from a job and your old coworkers, and you're developing a new connection with the boss. And that's like, this is why I find it interesting how it's connecting with your financial, because I do feel like it's kind of intertwined for some of you, Aries. Or if this is in terms of a relationship, I do feel as if you're going to be developing a new potential love interest in the month of August for you. Whatever facet, what you look at your life, Aries, and you'll know which facet is going to be filled, because you just recently had to let go of it with this Death card. It shows to me you're getting someone new that replaces it. You know, you're getting a shiny new toy, darling, right? For lack of a better word. So let's get some clarifiers on this for you, Aries. Let's see here. All right, so the clarifiers we have are the Four of Pentacles, Aries, with the Magician cards following you, darling, as well as the Three of Pentacles coming in here. So this is consistently why I kept making note of this, Aries, and this is why. This is also why I like to use multiple tarot decks, because this is kind of stuff that confirms to me my intuition coming in. This is really confirming that I feel as if whoever this person is coming into your life, they're really going to be helping in terms of like your finances as well, funnily enough. Because with this Three of Pentacles here, I always call this like a collaborative energy, right? Where you guys are working together on a team with, you know, it doesn't matter the number of people, right? But it's always just like a collaborative effort. Pentacles usually referring to finances, right? But just overall stability as well, because Pentacles is earth energy, Aries. But then we have the Four of Pentacles and the Magician card. Now, the Magician card is what we started your energy with, or your spread with, Aries, in your career, right? And so the Magician following you in this dynamic with the Four of Pentacles, which is a card of you investing energy into something, I really do feel as if you find a connection that you see as being extremely valuable and worth investing into even further, Aries, for the month of August. So it's really interesting how it's just like with one door closing, you replace it with something even more fabulous, darling. So let's just get some overall advice for this, Aries. What is the overall advice when it comes to your social relationships? Let's see here. So we have the Hanged Man as well as the Page of Pentacles. And funnily enough, Aries, back of the deck for this one is the Hanged Man as well. I was going to make a note of it later on, but I just never did. So you kept on having the Hanged Man. So there's so many, oddly enough, similarities when it comes to this reading between your spreads, Aries. So it's really confirming to me the sense of where Page of Pentacles is the card of a new communication as well. So I do get this as a sense of a new person coming in entirely. There's nothing no cards that is referencing like some type of past energy, Aries. To me, I do feel like this is a completely new energy. Hanged Man is all just about commitment, though. Really just like taking action. As I was saying, you know, you've had these thoughts, you've had these ideas, but potential has nothing, like, is wasted when you're not making use of it and actually taking action, right? Those ideas cannot just sit in your head, right? But once you start taking action towards these things, it's almost as if like the red carpet is just presented out in front of you, Aries. It's almost this sense of being like, finally, Aries is ready to upgrade their life, to really upscale their life entirely. Let's finally help them along here. It does feel as if you have a lot of sources around you, Aries, ready and be very able to help you. You just have to be willing to start taking action into that way, start feeding energy into it. And I see kind of things just coming together in a very natural, organic way for you, Aries. So very, very fabulous for this. Let's get a closing oracle card for your social life. Let's get some advice in terms of your social life for this oracle deck, from this oracle deck. The Dove Spirit, number 3 for numerology, darling. So this card says, be at peace. So you guys have been stressing about some type of, like, I don't know if it's been, if this is related to the death card coming in, where you guys are closing something off and you're just freaking out, being like, I don't know how I'm going to replace this or what have you. But in terms of your social life, Aries, be at peace, darling. You're overthinking it, is essentially what the Dove Spirit says. The dove also is a direct correlation, is like a lot of people associate the dove with the otherworldly, right? So as I was just saying, I do feel as if, like, you have a lot of guides, a lot of things trying to just set you up into the right way. Be at peace, darling, because your cup is always going to be filled, is something that I just heard. So, without the darkening part, of course, I added that. But yeah, Aries, now let's just get into overall advice for you for the month of August before we close out this monthly reading for you, Aries. What can we get from your spirit guides for the overall advice for this month of August 2021? All right, give me one more, darling, if I can handle these cards. All right, so Aries, we have the 9 of Wands, which was right under the Hanged Man. I checked from the other one. So I just love how these cards are following you. Knight of Cups with the 10 of Cups, Aries. So definitely this is a situation where it's just like, stand strong, Aries. There is I get this sense of where, I don't know if you're just like stressed about like being taken care of, or a situation handling itself in a proper way, in a healthy way for you, Aries, but there's just this constant reaffirming message where it's just like, you're good, your family's good, your cups are going to be filled. 10 of Cups is always the sense of your cups are filled, there's no stress, like everything's good. Knight of Cups is coming in. I always see this as the Knight of Cups coming forth with whatever that cup is, whether it's like an offer of love, darling, some people will take it as, or an offer of an opportunity, as I see the cups as most of the time. And in this situation, quite literally, your spirit guides are saying, like, they're going to be presenting cups to you. You're going to be good, right? Remember, we started out with that 8 of Cups for you as well, where you're walking away from something. You are walking away from something by honoring and standing true to yourself, honoring your power. This Knight of Cups, they're bringing cups to you to get from your 8 of Cups to your 10 of Cups to complete that transition, darling. But I love you so much, Aries. I hope you found this reading helpful on some level. Let me know in the comments below if you did enjoy this reading. Give this video a like and subscribe. Aries, I also do private personal readings. I have it linked down below my website, SimplyVelca.com, if you'd like to book a reading with me privately. It's next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, darling, is all just SimplyVelca. But yeah, I love you so much, Aries, and I know this month rather, is going to be fabulous for you. I do your weekly tarot readings, so I do suggest you checking those out as well. But hopefully I can connect with you sometime in the near future. I love you so much, Aries.